It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor. When I first read that, I thought he was talking about money, about greed, about material things. The longer I sat with it, the more I realized he's talking about something much quieter. He's talking about inner poverty, that strange feeling where nothing is technically wrong, but nothing feels satisfying either. You're doing fine, you're functioning, life is moving, and yet there's this low grade dissatisfaction running in the background. Not pain, not sadness, just absence. And Seneca is saying that feeling doesn't come from lack, it comes from craving, from always leaning forward mentally, from always waiting for the next thing to finally make things feel complete. I notice this is how hard it is to enjoy moments as they are, even good ones. You're somewhere pleasant, but part of your mind is already moving on, thinking about what's next, what could be better, what's missing. And the moment doesn't collapse, it just never fully forms. Because presence requires contentment, and contentment feels suspicious, almost lazy. We've been trained to believe that wanting more is progress, that dissatisfaction is ambition. But Seneca is quietly separating the two. He's saying ambition builds, craving drains. One moves you forward, the other keeps you restless. And what makes craving dangerous is how invisible it is. You don't wake up thinking, I'm dissatisfied with my life. You just feel slightly underwhelmed, slightly impatient, slightly disconnected. You scroll more, you distract more, you look outward for simulation not because life is bad, but because stillness feels empty. And Seneca is suggesting that emptiness isn't caused by scarcity, it's caused by expectation, but the belief that something else is supposed to be happening, that this moment is merely a placeholder for a better one. And when you live that way, you always psychologically somewhere else, never fully arrived. That's the poverty he's talking about. Not lacking positions, but lacking sufficiency, lacking the ability to say that is enough for now. What's interesting is that this craving doesn't go away with success. It adapts. Whatever level you reach become a new baseline. And then craving resumes at a higher resolution. More clarity, more meaning, more certainty. Until even abundance feels thin. Seneca lived in luxury. He knew this firsthand. And I think that's why this quote matters. It's not anti progress, it's anti restlessness. It's a reminder that wanting without pause creates a permanent sense of deficiency. No matter how much you accumulate, and the cost of that isn't obvious at first, it shows up as tension, as impatience with yourself, with others, with life unfolding at its own pace. You start rating the present as an obstacle, something to get through instead of something to inhabit. And slowly, your inner life becomes transactional. Always evaluating, always comparing, always asking, is this enough? Seneca's answer is unsettling because he's not offering more, he's suggesting less craving, less internal leaning, less negotiation with the future. Not because the future doesn't matter, but because living permanently ahead of yourself hollows out the present. And maybe that's why so many people feels empty without being unhappy. They are not deprived, they are just never fully here. And poverty in that sense has nothing to do with the circumstances. It's a state of mind that always reaching and never resting.